Hello, hello. You are watching the YouTube channel of TaylorMuscle, founder of the Women's Muscle Movement, developing mindsets for resilience and optimal living. Hello, thank you so much for joining me today on this video. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about radical honesty, a concept that I practice in my life and you may have heard mentioned in my other videos. If this is your first time to the channel, my name's Alexa Ray and I'm here to help you as well as journey with you as we both together gear closer towards mindsets of resilience. Jumping right in. Now, radical honesty is a term / concept coined by a man named Blanton, and there's actually a book on it. But what the premise of it is you share the things that you'd least like to share. So the things that make you vulnerable, the things that scare you about sharing, you share those things. Now, this is not like a free-for-all, go up to anyone, share your whole life story or share how you feel about that person. It's not like that, but it's something that you cultivate in the relationships that you do have, the friendships, the romantic relationships, maybe even with your parents. It's a non-suppression method. And what I have found when you incorporate radical honesty, what I've found the positives and then the great things about it to be, is that it's a way of saying, I accept me, I accept myself, I accept these shadows, these thoughts I may be having, as embarrassed as I may be about them. I accept me, because this is coming up for me right now. It's also a way to let what comes up come out, and therefore not hold resentments. Because if I'm allowed to share with you how I feel about something you did, then it's not going to be all bottled up inside and I really think this, or I really feel this way, but I'm not sharing it. And then it ends up coming out in all these other different sideways, like I criticize you or do this, whatever. We can share all these feelings and be vulnerable. Okay, and it connects us. It's intimate because it's sharing those things that we are most afraid of sharing. Okay, when you're talking to someone, though, you do, especially in the beginning, you do want to inform them, like, this is something that I practice, radical honesty, and it's just about being as honest as I can, and it's not just about me. It's for you as well. It's for both of us. Okay, it's being kind to you and kind and compassionate to you and kind and compassionate to me. Now, when you're practicing radical honesty, this is not a criticizing session. This is not a let me spew all my feelings I've ever thought. Right? This is as it comes up. You're coming out with it. As it comes up, it comes out. So that also protects you from later on down the road. You're not going to blow up on this person because there's so many different things that have happened along the way that you've collected in your head that you haven't shared with them. You're just sharing it as it comes out, and you can have an honest, genuine relationship like that, right? You see, this idea scares so many of us because it's so unnatural to what we've been taught. But it's also so immensely powerful because many of us waste our times with each other, right? Knowing that we don't connect, we waste our time with each other just to save face, just to have convenience, just because of history, okay? But if from the get-go, we were sharing our honest core feelings with each other, or in a sense, some people would like to call burning our bridges, then we'd know whether we were really, for each other, if we're really for each other. Maybe in a romantic relationship, are we really meant to be together? We're not just holding the fake facades and not sharing what's coming on. One of the things that was interesting that I thought about a couple weeks ago was that in conversations when we're having with people, why is it that some of us, we want to get rid of the silence, right? There may be a silence period and we feel like we have to say something. That, I feel like, if you don't have anything to say, don't try to find anything to say. Maybe that's just nature, the situation, proving to you that you don't have much to say to this person, okay? And you can take that however you want. Maybe that means that you guys aren't compatible, that there's nothing you really need to talk, that you want to talk to each other about, or maybe it's just you're having silence. It's okay. But if we keep covering up little moments like that, then we'll never know the true core of like what's going on. If I share with you something and you smile and nod and that's really not what you're feeling right now, you're really thinking something else, then we're going to continue our relationship, and this is going to continue to come up until we finally sit down and share our thoughts. We share what's coming up for us, right? And so that's the idea of radical honesty. If you want to know more about it, or you want to hear more questions, or you want to hear more examples in my life, because that's definitely something that I practice with everyone around me besides in formal situations. Like I wouldn't go to, let's say I had a boss, I wouldn't go to my boss and tell him, hey, look, you're a jerk. You know, I wouldn't do that. And of course, in those situations, you're not going to do that. You go up to random strangers and do this. But in the intimate relationships that you do have, practice radical honesty. It's really interesting, and it's definitely liberating. Life has never been better because I know I'm being authentic, you know? So that's my video for today. If you like the video, go ahead and thumbs it up. Leave comments down below if you'd like to, and I will see you in the next video.